Good afternoon. And thank you for joining us to celebrate this exciting and remarkable achievement of our 4 institutions. Within the past hour, the National Institutes of Health held a teleconference to announce the first ever group of awardees in its new Building Infrastructure Leading to Diversity Awards, better known as BUILD. Only 12 awards were made from the competition, and this was actually the NIH's first national competition. In our consortium of 4 Detroit higher education institutions, Marygrove, Wayne State University, Wayne County Community College, and University of Detroit Mercy, who are all represented here today, has been awarded $21.2 million over 5 years to encourage more undergraduate students from underrepresented backgrounds to pursue careers in biomedical research. University of Detroit Mercy will serve University of Detroit Mercy will serve as the grant's primary institution and be responsible for the management of the grant. As you can imagine, we're very excited about being one of a very few colleges and universities selected for this NIH award in its inaugural BUILD Grants competition. The NIH program was designed to encourage and attract more minority and economically disadvantaged students into the STEM fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and also to expose students to laboratory research. And we felt strongly that we were the right group of institutions who could take this particular program in this great American city to recruit more students into the biomedical fields. And so our consortium is known as REBUILDetroit, which is an acronym for Research Enhancement for Building Infrastructure Leading to Diversity. And this new program here at the university not only characterizes our 5-year STEM vision, but it also captures the promising future we hold for our city. This winning grant proposal is the result of many hours of hard work by many faculty administrators at our 4 institutions, and I would like to publicly acknowledge the lead grant writers at this time. The REBUILDetroit principal investigators are Dr. Gary Kulik, Dean of the College of Engineering and Science here at University of Detroit Mercy, and Dean Kulik is the co-principal investigator and the primary contact for the National Institutes of Health. Dr. Sally Welch, Interim Dean of New Program Development at Marygrove College. Dr. George Swan III, Vice Chancellor for External Affairs, Wayne County Community College District. And Dr. Ambika Mathur, Dean of the Graduate School at Wayne State University. And Dr. Mathur is co-principal investigator for this grant. So thank you, and also thank you to the faculty and staff, many of you who are here, who contributed numerous hours to this winning effort. The major purpose of the REBUILDetroit Consortium is to enroll more underrepresented undergraduate and graduate students in several disciplines leading to the biomedical sciences. But we also want to give them research training and mentorship activities. Therefore, our Detroit Consortium institutions will collaborate so that the students selected for this program will participate in biomedical laboratory research and receive academic training and advising from faculty through their postgraduate studies. We are very confident that the REBUILDetroit program will contribute to the achievement of the nation's goal of annually producing 34% more undergraduate students with biomedical degrees over the next 10 years. And because of the Detroit Consortium academic programs and faculty expertise in the biomedical fields, we know that the faculty are anxious to begin this important work. And it is our hope that at the end of this 5-year program, NIH will be able to successfully disseminate our recruitment and academic strategies and practices that we are using here in Detroit to other institutions across the country so that they can be replicated at other institutions. So thank you very much for joining us for this very important and major grant announcement. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. M. Roy Wilson, who's president of Wayne State University. Prior to joining Wayne State, Dr. Wilson served as Deputy Director for Strategic Scientific Planning and Program Coordination at the National Institute on Minority Health and Health Disparities, which is one of the agencies of the National Institutes of Health. Dr. Wilson has also served as Dean of the School of Medicine and Vice President for Health Sciences at Creighton University, I have to indicate, another Jesuit university, President of the Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center, and concurrently, he was Chancellor of the University of Colorado, Denver, and also Chair of the Board of Directors of University of Colorado Hospital. Dr. Wilson received his undergraduate degree from Allegheny College, an MS in epidemiology from the University of California, Los Angeles, and also an MD from Harvard Medical School. He was selected for the list of Best Doctors in America for a consecutive 14 years by Best Doctors Incorporated. Additional honors include the American Academy of Ophthalmology's Senior Achievement Award, the Distinguished Physician Award from the Minority Health Institute, the Herbert W. Nickens Award from the Association of American Medical Colleges, and also the NIH Director's Award. So I'm pleased that my friend and colleague, Dr. Wilson, is here and here to join us and celebrate this very, very special accomplishment.
Well, thank you very much. I want to again thank Governor Masseron for being here on such short notice. You know, today is a great day, and what's being announced today is great for Detroit, and it's great for Detroit's institutions. The problem we're trying to address is the unacceptably low numbers of minority, particularly African Americans, biomedical scientists. The issue was highlighted by a report by Ginther in 2011, in which he showed that the chances of underrepresented minority, particularly African American scientists, to get an NIH award, program award, was only 1/3 that of their white counterparts. When the reasons for this discrepancy was looked at by a Blue Ribbon Task Force, of which I was a member, there were some very sobering facts that were uncovered. First, certainly there were issues related to the fact that the review process may be flawed and that there may be some implicit bias involved in that process. But also, very importantly, a big issue was that there really weren't that many blacks applying for these awards. Of 83,188 grant applications that were submitted the year prior, only 1,149 were submitted by black PhD scientists. Further, of those awards, those that were classified as basic science awards, only 1% were from black scientists. So further investigation revealed that the fall off in the training of black biomedical scientists occurred in the transition from the undergraduate to graduate students in the sciences. Out of almost 11,000 underrepresented minority students who obtain a bachelor's degree in the sciences every year, only 500 actually go on and obtain a PhD. Only 500 PhDs obtain a PhD in the sciences for all underrepresented minority groups. So the BUILD grant will provide the opportunity for students to more successfully complete the transition from the BS degree to a PhD in the sciences. Just want to state a few things that Wayne State will do in this consortium. We are the research partner, and as such, we'll mentor faculty from the other institutions in research skills. We'll provide research training opportunities. We'll provide REBUILD scholars skills development and grant applications, graduate school preparedness, and networking opportunities. We'll recruit REBUILD scholars into graduate schools through an accelerated pipeline that will allow undergraduate students to obtain both an undergraduate and a master's degree from Wayne State in the sciences in a total of 5 years due to an innovative sharing of credits in a 3+2 pathway for REBUILD scholars. Similarly, credits from master's programs will be counted towards doctoral degree programs requirements so that students can complete doctoral training in an accelerated timeline at Wayne State. And Wayne State will also create dedicated Rebuild Scholars Fellowships for those seeking a doctoral degree in the biomedical sciences. And then finally, articulation from two-year community college programs, particularly at WC3, to either an undergraduate partner or research partner institution for the completion of the bachelor's degree is also a component of the project. The ultimate goal is for students to matriculate into graduate school and go on to be successful in biomedical research careers. Just one point of clarification, this whole diversity initiative that was announced by the NIH today, there were 12 grants as was mentioned. 2 of those grants, however, is for a mentorship grant and another one for an evaluation center. There were only 10 build grants that were granted, and this consortium was successful in getting one of the 10. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and now it's my pleasure to introduce another friend from just a half a mile away, Dr. David Fike. Dr. Fike is the 8th president of Marygrove College, and prior to his serving as president, he was provost of Marygrove College and also served as vice president of academic affairs and dean of the faculty for Holy Names College in Oakland, California. Dr. Fike is an economist specializing in capital markets and urban economic development. He has provided consulting services and research in the areas of economic revitalization, sustainable community development practices, capital access in underserved markets, and strategic decision-making. His clients have included the City of Oakland, where he was participating in the development of the Mayor's Economic Development Strategy, among other projects, and also the Community Bank of the Bay, the first de novo community development bank in the Western United States. In 1995, Dr. Fike was granted a prestigious Kellogg National Leadership Fellow, where he investigated innovative public-private partnerships designing sustainable development strategies for low-income urban communities. His BA is in political science from the University of California, Santa Barbara, and also he holds a PhD in economics from the University of Maryland, College Park. So I'm pleased that David is able to join with us today and for just add another one of the many collaborations and partnerships that we're all involved in as institutions. Dr. David Fike.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's really an honor and a privilege to be here in this launching of this innovative collaborative and this essential contribution to rebuilding the pathways for success for the residents of our metropolitan area. I wanted to recognize right out of the outset and thank, in addition to our Dean, Dr. Sally Welsh, who was recognized along with the other principal investigators. We have with us as well our chair of our Science and Math Department, Dr. Jeannie Andrioli, and I'd like to recognize her and work in designing this as well. We've been so thrilled to work with these institutions and so honored to be a part of this collaborative effort that the faculty have been working on for some time because of the passion that we have, all of our institutions, and the passion that we have at Marygrove. And I was asked to say a couple of things about our role in the collaborative particularly. How does an institution that is not a Research One institution fit into this career ladder and this pathway to success and advancement in the biomedical science area? And I want to just make 3 points around that topic. First and foremost, at Marygrove, day one, our undergraduate students begin working with PhD prepared faculty in innovative, hands-on, problem-solving curriculum, thinking as a scientist, and putting together laboratory experiments. This is not an experience that's typical for every undergraduate, particularly even often undergraduates that are going to highly acclaimed Research One universities. It takes time before they begin to have that type of experience. It's the meaningful research and it's the deliberate exposure to research that is one of the hallmarks of this collaborative and builds on some of the strength that the institutions you see before you represent. The second thing that I wanted to say, as part of what an institution like Marygrove brings to this collaborative, is we're local. More than 3 out of every 4 of our undergraduates come right from the city of Detroit or the immediate surrounding suburbs. The vast majority of our students are coming from traditionally underrepresented communities in higher education. The majority of our students are the first generation in their families to go to college, and the majority of our students are going to school on Pell Grants, meaning they come from low-income background. We are of Detroit, and we are for Detroit, as every institution you see in front of you today is. And so for that reason, as part of what we're talking about, the outcomes, what we're trying to achieve in this grant, it's only natural that these 4 institutions would come together and work together to integrate the type of opportunities and access to advancement in the biomedical science area that we're so thrilled to be able to announce today. And that's the third point that I wanted to make about a role that this collaborative and that we can contribute as our role as Marygrove, and that's opportunity. But I mean opportunity not just in the sense of access, but to advance, the opportunity to advance to higher and higher levels of skill, knowledge, and ability to contribute back to our community. When you think about it, and this was true, as was said in the introduction, I came out 10 years ago from Oakland, California, and it was very similar. When you think about it, it's our students, it's the students who are of Detroit and from Detroit who stay in Detroit. And what the opportunity that we provide to them and the opportunity that that provides to this community is to have a higher skilled set of individuals, a higher trained scientists who stay in this community and contribute high value to the local research opportunities and the businesses that are working in clinical and bioscience areas. That has been true for some time. What this pathway does is takes that opportunity to the sky's the limit. Because now what we have is the ability to take that local talent that we've all been working together to build and create with the support of NIH, and I want to thank very much this grant opportunity that they've put together specifically focused on the communities that we're trying to serve. This grant opportunity allows us to take what we've all been doing well individually as institutions and collaborate in ways that create great opportunity for the residents of this city. Thank you very much, and we're proud to be a part of it.
Thank you very much. The president of Wayne County Community College District is not able to be with us, Dr. Curtis Ivory, but Dr. Ivory was one of those who signed on right away when we talked with him about this possibility. But we're happy to have Dr. George Swan III here, who is serving as a key leader for the Wayne County Community College District. Dr. Swan is the Vice Chancellor for WC3, and he has been there for more than 4 years. He also serves on many boards and commissions, including the Semco Transportation Coordinating Council, the Detroit Future City Steering Committee, the Episcopal Diocese of Michigan Standing Committee, the Detroit Employment Solutions Corporation, a Michigan Works Agency, and the City of Detroit Local Development Finance Authority. He's a graduate of Wayne State University with a Bachelor of Arts degree, a Master's degree in Educational Sociology, and also a doctorate degree in education. So we're very, very happy to have him here as a representative of Wayne County Community College District. He too is a good friend and partner to all of our universities, and we made it possible for him to have a very short commute home today because he's also a resident of University District. Sorry, Dr. Swan, I've got to tell you that.
Thank you very much. Now I don't have an excuse for getting right back to the office since I'm just right, a couple blocks over. Again, on behalf of Dr. Ivory, our Chancellor, who really wanted to be here, we want to thank you all for being with us today. This is indeed a significant moment for the city, for our institutions, for the nation. Each of our institutions has worked for a very long time to establish relationships, develop articulations, partner in special projects, and seek ways to strengthen our collaboration with each other. However, it usually has been on a one-on-one basis. But today, marks the beginning of a new relationship that marries all of our Detroit-based post-secondary institutions. And think about this. We have all of the post-secondary institutions in Detroit on this stage right now in a partnership that's going to provide a very clearly defined pathway that will not only benefit those seeking to enter disciplines within the biomedical sciences and related career pathways, but also a wide variety of other disciplines that will require the same foundational courses that support the progression of our Rebuild scholars. That's what we're calling our students, our Rebuild scholars. It will also offer new areas of program and curricular collaboration within our consortium. It's a special moment for our district in the relationships that will be strengthened among our faculty and student support staff as they engage in aligning courses, advising, and their own opportunities for professional development and advancement as they engage in shared exchanges with peers across the consortium. It's also a special launching point for the common curriculum that will be shared among our institutions, the mentorships made available to students, their shared learning experiences across the consortium, and the engagement among all of our students that will offer peer support and encouragement to persist towards completion of their educational aspirations along the pathway. For our district, the Rebuild Detroit Consortium will allow our institution to serve as a pipeline, along with Marygrove College, not just in the transition of students after the completion of credit hours and certificates and degrees to University of Detroit Mercy, to Wayne State University, but also allowing them to be, as it's been stated, full participants in research experiences alongside those of our partner institutions under the tutelage of faculty from all colleges and universities in the context of what it means to work, study, and excel in the biomedical sciences and related disciplines. Given that our primary purpose at Wayne County Community College District is teaching, training, transfer education, and workforce development, being able to provide those research experiences, those opportunities for community college students focused on STEM fields is a definite strength, and one we know has worked as a model in other places around the nation. I would like to just introduce at this time some members of our team. Dr. Stephanie Bolger, who is our Vice Chancellor for Educational Affairs. If you will stand along with Sean Forbes, who is our Vice Chancellor for Continuing Education Workforce. Dr. Ron Harkness, who is our Provost for Career Programs, and Charmaine Hines, another of our district provosts. And we have some other people who are Dr. Christian Wawa. Wawa, stand up. We are so proud to be part of the consortium because we know that we provide a critical point of entry for students into Rebuild Detroit. To say that this is, again, a significant moment in the history of Detroit is not an exaggeration. This is the first time that we are going to be aligned so tightly and so uniquely that there will be no wrong door for anyone who wants to pursue STEM, especially biomedical careers or related disciplines in this city. That is phenomenal. And I think it's to the leadership of the gentlemen who are on this platform right now that we have to give special thanks and recognition and understand that from this day forward, when we talk about Rebuild Detroit, we are rebuilding Detroit, not just figuratively, but literally, when it comes to influencing the lives of those who live and reside here, those who are in the program, their families, their neighbors, their friends, and all that they're going to do to help improve our lives. So again, thank you NIH, thank you Dr. Garibaldi, Dr. Wilson, Dr. Fike, all of you who are here, because we appreciate the fact that together we are going to rebuild Detroit.